Ho ho ho, welcome back to day 3 of our Christmas countdown. I am coloring a page a day in the Matchstick Mouse Christmas coloring book. I've just got it tilted here to reduce the glare. If you missed day 1 and day 2, we'll quickly take a look at that. This was day 1. This was day 2. And I left you yesterday with him drying. So he is all dry. His eye turned out great. The stickles worked out well. No problem there. And let's carry on to what is going to be day 3. So day 3, he is sitting amongst some greeneries holding up a Christmas quilt. That's how I envision what he's doing. I would like to put a background on this guy, so that's kind of where I've started my thinking for this page. I have a package of Christmas Creative Memories primary Christmas kit. It's an 8x8 paper pack, and it's full of different papers. They are reversible, so they are double-sided. I was thinking that I would like to use this page, and either side would look nice, but I kind of like the extra little bling of the lights on the bottom. So I was trying to figure out how to get this paper to be my background, and humming and hawing in a few different ways. I thought I would photocopy this page and then just cut out the and trace it onto here. So I went ahead and I photocopied it, and I fussy cut out the little mouse picture. And then I'm thinking, okay, now I've got to put it on here and trace it out, and then I'd have to fussy cut out this. And while I was doing that, I was looking at this and I'm going, hang on, it might be just as effective and just as easy, since this is just Amazon printed paper anyway, so it's not extra special paper. This is photocopy paper, which is also not extra special paper. Why don't I just take this and glue it on top of there after I've colored it, and then glue the whole thing back into the book, and it would end up looking like that. So that's what we're going to do today. So you may think that's cheating, but I actually think that that's just being creative and finding a different way to get a background on our page. So I like that idea. So that's how I'm going to do. So this will end up being left in the book as is, which is fine. I'm going to grab some blank paper and place him on top. So we're going to remove the book, and we're going to color him the way he is. I'm then going to take some just some white glue and glue him onto the paper, and then we will glue this into the book. Let's wish us luck. I'll zoom you down and we'll get started on this project. Since we already have discussed the colors I'm using for the mouse, we're just going to jump right in and get that done. The colors are here on the side, so we won't go over that again. We'll just get going and get coloring. I hope you're all having a great December 3rd. I have gotten the house decorated. I'm having company over. Some girlfriends, my Sylvan Lake girls, which I've mentioned them before. They are going to be coming over later in the month, so I have decided to do a little bit of decorating here at the house. So have you got your decorating done? Comment below if you're all ready and off to the races with your decorating. I know some people put their tree up even before December, but I'm not one of those. I will throw in some Christmas music today. Okay, I think that's that. I'm going to now bring in my lighter. Also, do you guys do Christmas baking? I love the smell of gingerbread. Well, I love eating gingerbread, period, but yeah, it's that time of year to get all of the fun things going. we should actually name this mouse. So if you've already named your mouse, your Matchstick mouse, comment below what you've selected for a name. I can't decide if it's a boy or girl. I think he's a girl, but then I always think of mice as being boys, so I don't know what we should be calling him. So I'm not sure if we've found Wilbur in this picture or not. He's the mouse, or sorry, he's the worm. Oh my goodness. Now, does he have any feet showing? I don't see the feet at all. I think that's all of the mouse bits. We keep missing mouse bits until after I've been coloring a bit. So hopefully we've got them all this time. This is our darkest red. This is our lightest red. These here look like tassels on the corner of the quilt, so maybe we'll try and do those a little bit blingy. We'll finish off this guy here. Okay, I think that's pine cones. Let's grab a green. We're gonna grab a bit of a brighter green. We've been using sage before. Let's try a different green. Whoops, this is a brighter green. So have you been doing Christmas coloring? Are you a seasonal colorist? I do like to color different things all year long, but I do admit that I don't color Christmas very much outside of Christmas. Okay, I think I want these to be very sparkly, so I'm going to see if this sparkles. This is just a Dollar Tree glitter gel pen. Not going to use any watercolors on this paper because it is just copy paper and that would just be a disaster. So we'll stick with dry mediums. I think that'll do a little bit of glitter. I can always add a little bit of stickles on top if it's not sparkly enough. I would suggest using my Toolie glitter paint pens, but yeah, they're a disaster. I've had a video where I was swatching out all my glitter items, and even though I've washed them and kept the nibs clean, they just clog and do not work. So any paint pens that come with a plastic nib, I am no longer willing to spend money on. Because yeah, I may do a review of them one day, but I was so upset trying to get them to work. Very, very frustrated. So okay, let's pull out some glaze pen and use the glaze pen on there. I've got a red glaze pen. Let's just make sure it's working. And we're going to go over the black area, and hopefully some of the red shows through. Yeah. Bring the red up just onto the white of each line so that we know it's red. There. We'll let that dry, and then there'll be a little bit of interest to this. This is a Touch Twin marker. It's a Shinhan marker, and it's also a few years old, and it seems to have held up quite well. I don't think I'd buy... I got it in a art subscription box. That's where I get most of my odd one-of-a-kind markers that are in my bucket. We're going to put some stickles on that later to make them a little bit shiny. Oh, before I put that marker away, let's do this. And it is drying out, so we will be retiring this marker as well. So yoo-hoo! Let's do some orange. Orange and blue go together. Just making this a colorful quilt. Let's do a bright yellow. I'm going to use my Copics. So we'll let this dry separately, and I will bring this page back. I have used the paper cutter to trim just a little bit off of the paper because it was 8 by 8, and I want to tuck him in and glue him like that. So I'm going to put a piece of paper behind here because I don't want to glue them together. I'm going to just use some regular white glue, and I'm going to use a old credit card, so hang on a second. Okay, let's put a piece of plastic board down, and I've got an old loyalty Tim Hortons card that has no points on it, so I'm just going to put a generous amount of glue on here, and I'm going to take a credit card. Maybe I'll zoom you out a little bit. Take a credit card and just smear it all around. Probably have a bit too much glue on here, but okay. Put that aside. Have a Kleenex. And I need to put it tighter. There we go. So line it up with that side first, and then taking a dry Kleenex. Okay, we're going to let that dry for about 10 minutes, and while that's drying, we will I think that's going to look great. Okay, I'll be back. Glue is off drying for the page being added. I have taken my Spectrum Noir Sparkle brush pen in linen, and I am going to color the background for the quilt. And there will be a slight sparkle to this. It's more like a little light sheen than a lot of sparkle, which is a little disappointing, but I still like using these, so, and I have them, so we'll use them up. And wait for this to dry, and then we will glue him down. And then we'll also glossy accent his eyes. And while we're thinking of it, I'm going to use some white glaze. And I'm going to brighten up his teeth. And put a little bit in here too. Okay, we are back. The page has dried. I will put a book on top of it and make sure that it's flat later, but for now we've got the three still here. Got a little bit of edge up at the top and the bottom, which is totally fine. We've got our guy. I did do the glossy accents while I was waiting for this to dry. I thought might as well wait for the eyes to dry. So we're going to glue him down, and so I'm going to use some white glue But then I also have, we've got all these edges here that are a little bit fragile. And so what I thought I would do is use some Mod Podge Extreme Glitter and do just the edges around where we've got these delicate cutouts, that would be fine. So the bottom edge is fine. It should be okay with just regular glue. So let's start off with putting some glue. And I'm going to try and not put as much as I had before. I'm going to use a Q-tip to kind of get the glue in some of the closer to the end areas. I want to get a little bit of glue on those. Okay. Okay. So that's going to place this down. And I'm going to use the credit card, making sure that's dry from any glue. Okay, now I'm going to take some of the Mod Podge, and I'm not going to use my paintbrush because that will wreck the paintbrush. So I'm actually just going to pick up using a Q-tip. And I'm going to go right over areas where I want it to both be glittery and be glued. So that's going to be on the bows. So not everywhere. Evergreen bows, we would like both some sparkle and to make sure that they're glued to the page. I hope that this was a fun video for you today. I hope the Christmas music was okay and not annoying. And because we're using the Extreme Glitter Mod Podge on the pom-pom, I'm not going to need to put any stickles up there. And we're just going to have this one right here done. I'm going to do the edges. Dab it a little bit to add some sparkle, and to add a bit more sparkle to this area here. Okay, and we didn't put any sparkle on the Christmas tree, so we'll do that with this. Okay, we will let that dry, and I will bring you back once it has dried. So just be a second for you, and it'll be a couple hours for me. Quick look at the page after it's been dried, and here we are. I really like how this is glittery just on the bow area. I think that turned out nice. It's going to keep it in the book really well. Happy with the page, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming along today in what was a kind of a different approach to completing the page. All right, tomorrow is snowball fight. Get ready to play in the snow. See you tomorrow.